It's the Caitlin Lee MTG Show.
Should we pack one, pick one, a flash? I kind of want a Ulamog. It's been a very Ulamog sort of day. Could take Parallax Wave here. Yeah, can anyone guess what I was doing? That was longer, right? That was longer than a typical bathroom break. I should have timed myself. Checking my meat. I completely deboned the entire turkey and got it all in the fridge. You like the deck so far? Yeah, it's a nice open slate, No mistakes yet. In context, that was downright fast. Yeah. Fucking when it's been cooking in the crock pot, everything just like becomes like melt away, you know? It's just like the meat's so soft. So I literally just took a ladle and just fucking scooped it into containers. Just like scooped the meat with this like huge fucking, and it just like came apart nicely. Pretty fast, pretty easy. Through the breach, huh? Yeah, I mean, if we got the Atraxa, then Through the Breach would be interesting. I mean, it works with the Worm, too. I suppose. Ooh, Force of Will. Ooh, Mystical Tutor. Both of those cards are, like, primo flash cards. I'm going to take the Force of Will here. That poor Wishbone. Yeah, that Wishbone. No idea. No idea where that is. So I'm gonna grab this Pondame. Beautiful stack of blue cards here. Channel, Time Warp. Fiery Islet. I'm gonna take this Channel. I'm just gonna have all the ways of cheating things, and then if you draft them, the fatties will come. I don't know if I've heard Flagpole Seta, Thrift and Mitch. Hey, I was hoping about that one. I was hoping that one would come back. Now I just need this fixing so we can play the Channel and the Through the Breach. We'll have ourselves a deck here. The Faculty, best movie ever. I don't know if I've seen The Faculty. 1998 film. Based on the cover of this film, I'm guessing this was not a serious... Well, 6.6 on IMDb isn't, like, the worst. You know, it's probably worth watching. 87% of Google users liked this film. We got Elijah Wood in there. It's no Baby Geniuses, yeah. Think about this Wooded Foothills. Think about this Sheldock Isle, huh? Sheldock Isle might just cast stuff. I'm gonna take the Wooded Foothills. I think it's gonna be good. Just like mono blue splash channel. Let's go. Cocaine Crabs from Outer Space. Santa Claus versus the Martians. Hey, there's the Atraxa we wanted, for this flash. That can set up the other wins, maybe. Let's grab another fetch. Start stacking them. Hope they pay off. When's the next Vintage Cube? I don't know. I don't know, friend. Hey, there's a fetchable, huh? There's a fetchable. I think you'll just have to check back every day and watch all my streams, just in case Vintage Cube comes back that day. I think that's Hey, Rotten Agenda, thanks for gifting us Sob to Cat Shark Queen. Congrats, Cat Shark. Yeah, just to be safe. Sneak attack, huh? We had to pass some duels, but that's probably alright. All these comes into play tap lands. Was there a soup stip this season? There was not. Do I follow spoilers? Sometimes. I usually try not to discuss spoilers on stream. I know what it's like to be a creator who's like given a card to reveal and have it get spoiled, and I know some people don't like to see them. How's the last record? Lost in the finals. Kind of threw it a bit by not playing a Graveyard Hate spell on turn 2. The allure of the grist tempted me. Set reviews are boring AF. Huh? That has nothing to do with any of what we're talking about. I was talking about set reveal, card reveal, individual card reveal, top to gifts. Sometimes Wizards gives out cards for creators to reveal in however they see fit. On stream, in a video, on social media, with a game, with possible deck guides. But I wasn't talking about set reviews. Wow, this is not the best pack. I have not seen the Aether Drift trailer. So no, it has not been discussed to death. Kind of a good Deathrite Shaman, huh? Couple of fetches here. Yeah, we're just gonna grab this Mox Pearl, help us play the sneak attack and then through the breach a little faster. It is unfortunately off color, but you can't get everything. An untapped Trop. A Trop and a Taiga would really help this mana base hum a little bit. Taiga fetchable with both fetches. Hey, Volcanic's pretty good. We do already have a fetchable Volk, but I think I might grab it anyway. Well, yeah, no. I'm going to take Preordain here. We just need playables. The Brainstorm's almost better than Preordain. With three shuffle effects. How many more black sources to splash the Vamp? Let's see. Both fetches get the Xanders. It's close. It's close-ish. One thing is, like, we're already 3 colors. The more splashes you add, like, the more chances that things can go wrong, even if you have enough sources for all of them. So I start requiring, like, more and more sources, the more splashes I'm jamming. We're also, like, short on playables here. We're short on fixing and playables. This Tameo's sick. The Tameo makes me real glad I got rid of that Brainstorm, huh? Grabbed a Brainstorm instead of Preordain. Because it just flips it by itself. I kind of dig the Fabled Passage. I, like, never dig Fabled Passage, but... like, it helps me get my second green for Channel. And it helps me find double red for Sneak plus Activate. Titan, perfect. Having a backup thing to flash out, and then it also plays well with Sneak Attack and Through the Breach. Kind of perfect here. And I mean, you can channel it out. You shouldn't, but you can. It just sucks. That's the only reason. That's the only reason you typically shouldn't. Show and tell. Are we showing and telling? Kind of want the Sanctum. We are doing a lot better on playables now. But we still need 6 more. How we get into pack 3 with so few playables? I guess we drafted a lot of lands. Yeah, give me the show and tell. So the issue with Eureka is that we like don't really have the fatties for it. Usually you want to be putting multiple things into play with Eureka, and it's very hard for this deck to do that. It's just going to be a bad show and tell. And the show and tell pitches to Force of Will, which is really nice. And Eureka does not. You could take the Eureka and then get past like back-to-back fatties, and then it works. I think I'm just going to grab Cryptic here. I guess I'll draft a Dork. I could have a removal spell. Currently have 0. Wouldn't that be exciting? Oh, what about Prism? Yeah, give me the Prism, actually. I think that'll solve some of my mana woes. The Oliphant can't get a green source, but it can get Thundering Falls, and it's not bad to sneak in sometimes. I guess I grab it. Does Bring to Light do anything? Instant sorcery. So I can get Show and Tell with it. Or Throw the Breach with 5. I'm never going to have 5. I looked a bit earlier. It's not bad here, but we do have like random dorks and stuff. I'm just going to grab the Expressive. Cool. I mean, this is not the worst deck I've drafted tonight. Maybe second worst. No, I don't think it's bad. Are we ready for the counts? 1, 2, 3 mana sources. Yeah, Splash of the Vamp is not crazy. I'm not gonna, but be totally reasonable. With the Marsh and the Sunken Ruins, maybe the Talisman of Dominance worked in there somewhere. Alright, red sources. Just everything but Genercent. Oh, I shouldn't be doing that. Alright, blue count. Pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, I'm gonna do it again. You know, the sketchiest one, green sources. Headquarters. Which already makes sense. We have those planes there. But the Oliphant does not fetch. How much green do we need? Would 8 green sources be enough? Yeah, 8's enough. It's not great, but it's enough. Let's do that. I don't count mana dorks. I don't count mana dorks when I'm doing my counts, because they just die too easy. Your opponent like is incentivized to point removal at them, so they make your mana base better, but not in like a not in a predictable way. Hard to rely on. Yeah, that's fine. So I'm gonna go get the Surveil land here. Block, I block. I guess. The Jorked Rabbit hath arrived. Commence the Jorkinin. Have I ever bluffed a show and tell? You mean caster when I didn't have something to put in, like bait out a counter? I have. That looks something worth countering, huh? Only hoping I could draw like an Atraxa or something here. All Pamp? No, this is all Ramp. Hey, Shloom. Thanks for the 24 months. The second subiversary. Appreciate the sub, Shloomp. So I just fetched another green source. I maybe should have fetched another red source for sneak attack. It doesn't matter. I need to rip something here. Nah, this is not gonna do her hum. All right. No relevant sideboard cards unless we want to splash a Fatal Push. Could do. Toost. Toost. I can't. I can't Toost. I guess I play the Zayner's Lounge. No, I guess I don't. Just play the Prism. Passing? We passing? Well, this looks familiar. Apparently I should just be mulling to Atraxa and just assume that I'm going to draw something to cheat things into play, because holy shit. Caleb dropped the part of his deck with all the fatties under the table. I lost that way in the top 64 of CubeCon this last year. In game 1, the cube has these, like, that I was doing was the creatureless cube. But I drafted an aggro deck, which in that cube means that you drafted a bunch of token producers. And that cube had this, like, gorgeous, like, setup for its tokens, where, like, every single token had its own individual sleeve. And it was all color-coded and stuff, so you could just, like, go over, grab the tokens that you need, and just, like, have them handy. So because my deck had so many tokens, my deck was creating so many tokens, because, like I said, it was functionally an aggro deck for that environment. I pulled all the token producers out of my deck and went over to the token area to grab all the sleeves. And then I set it in my area face down, went to the bathroom real quick, came back, shuffled up, presented like a 32 card deck. Neither me nor my opponent noticed. And I just, like, sat there and, like, drew a bunch of removal spells and lands and did nothing and died. Not my best moment. Yeah, like everyone with the mom there. Opponent's gonna be so confused. Because they just, like, never saw me do anything both games. CubeCon champ Caleb D, folks, right? It gets harder. It gets harder every year. Yeah, I guess. It's just, like, not that good, and they have plenty of permanents to sacrifice. There's still me applying nice pressure and stuff. They should take this Ulamog out and just put another Emrakul in the cube. Cube is in the upheaval is in the cube. It's not in my deck though. Oh shit, yeah. And you could flash it into play to try and eat something, try and eat that Mother of Runes, but I'm just gonna cast it here. Oh, they have Xaxes. We don't have the mana to crack the food token. And they have Xaxes here with the NT discard. 6/7 +1. Well met, Raven Man. Well met. Well murdered. Ooh, turn 1 Tameo. Card draw spells? This feels like a very different deck. Depends on the season, Dunkevi. I think it's actually like pretty rare for me to miss the front page unless I take a break, unless I take a trip or something in the middle of it. But the type of cube and the length that it's up matter a lot. Yeah, clue value. Caleb is secretly every name on the list. I guess was. Sharing my secrets. You could ponder here, but currently we're missing both halves of the combo, and I think I want to expressive iteration next turn. If I do that, then I want to save the ponder for Force Will fodder, right? To have 78 trophies, how many attempts is that? At least 78. At least 78 attempts there. Oh no, are we getting injured? Fair enough. Untouched Marlin, thanks to 80 months there, the big 8-0. Still like casting this. Could flip Tameo. This turn. Still could, I suppose. Well, there's some cards, huh? I kind of like embleming before this attack. Never mind, I forgot about the Tameo shrinkage. J-Bro's trophy rate from his streams. They were like pretty similar to what I do in an average season. Comparable win rates and such. I was curious, so I went through like a month of his streams when he was streaming on the rig. Do I have my Vintage Cube win rate recorded? No, but most seasons I like calculated it up at the end. You can find it yourself. Just go to your game history. So what I do at the end of a cube season, I go through and I just like manually add them all up. It's quicker than it looks. So I'd go all the way back to here and just like add up the wins and losses, figure out the what my win rate was. It usually doesn't change too much. I usually post the percentages and thoughts at the end of the season somewhere. Probably be on Blue Sky this season. There were, I think, there were several seasons in a row where I hit 75% win rate, and that's very high for me. Usually closer to the high in the high 60%, with the low a little bit below 65%. With some versions of Q-Burn, certainly easier for me than others. Is there an export button? No. Opponent sitting there with his death right, like, wait. Did I click through that? My hands were, like, literally over here, so, like, I don't know if I accidentally F6'd or what, but that was a setup play with the Tamiyo down tick. I was going to try and, flash in the Euro, crack a fetch, and that would give me up to 6 cards in the graveyard. And then just, like, bring the Euro back, right? Because the Death Ray would be able to exile the Fabled Passage. Kind of a bummer. Whatever that was. I don't know if, like, I accidentally clicked F6 somehow, but, like, my hands were literally off the keyboard. I was just sitting here shuffling cards, seeing what they did. Real bummer. I think the opponent's also returning the bait here, so they can reanimate their troll. Sure. I'm going to respond by cracking the clue. Not a bad little burst in value. Definitely would have cleared this Tamiyo. They didn't know about Uro, yeah, because it like fumbled, clicked my last turn or whatever. I wish I still had the flash in the graveyard, hum. Bye, Tamiyo. Hello. Yeah, Uro and Channel play very well together, if you hadn't noticed. Always kind of been a fan of that interaction. It's gaining life, so it's still good in the late game. Killing the Death Toucher there so the Uro could serve in without having to trade. Was I going to cast both? I think... I hadn't, like, really decided. I was going to attack with the Ulamog first and see what was up. Or attack with the Uro first, rather, and see what's up. Deck does have removal. Yeah. One piece of removal. Oh, you like the Zurin Orb for the same reason. Gain some life, keep the channel alive. I can see that. Not a bad game. Let's see if we can do it again, huh? Nice to have the cheat effects and the cheat creatures line up. We have 5 ways to cheat things into play and only 3 things to cheat into play. Still pretty good odds. Still pretty good odds for them to line up, especially with all the, like, cantripping and such. Certainly better than if you had 3 and 3, huh? It was about the ratio of what Twin had back in the day. When you account for this being a 40-card deck instead of 16. Hey, Yuga Chaka. Thanks for the sub. Thanks 87 months there. 15 lands. Yeah, there's 2 land cyclers in here. And those just straight up take land slots. So functionally 17. I think I want that. Next turn, I'm going to fetch the green producing Tri-land. Currently, we don't have any green. Opponent's got 3 cards in hand. They mull low or something. Let's see. Just one mull. Yeah, that's expressive. I'm going to put the Oliphant to hand. Bottom Deathrite. Play the island for turn. Get my Ponder on. Hello. I'm not in the mood for this one. Is there a way in Cube to make your opponent shuffle? Like a full shuffle? I don't think so. There's like Thought Scour to rid of cards off the top of their library. There's Draw 7s. Draw 7s will shuffle their hand and graveyard into the library. Should let the green source up. No. He can conk, there's no demolition field. Just gonna bin the Oliphant. Getting a land is a choice, but that kind of says that its controller shuffles. Or they search the library, yeah. So they have to search, but they don't have to get a land. Yeah, so that'll be a shuffle. Got me. Put a generous ent to their hand there. You could technically like channel out the Ulamog here. I think I'm better off just cryptic tapping. Maybe even other upkeep hum. Sure. And then I think I'm going to do the same thing here and just snapcast back the cryptic. Possible I shouldn't be drawing there. Possible I should be like bouncing troll. Do I get to win? Unearthing ignoble. You're very welcome, the wrong. Sorry, you're feeling homesick. So sneak attack, Ulamog makes them sank 4 permanents, and then they get to chump with ignoble here. Almost feels better to just channel out the Ulamog, huh? Excuse me. Yeah, I was hoping they wouldn't have a creature, so the sneak attack would give me lethal there. It's gonna kill their source of life gain here. You could also kill the flyer. I think this is better. Totally valid, Psycho. A lot of the times that happens. Like people just like wait and watch. They can like figure out what's up. The pat resolves. We channeled out Nulmong. We're still at 17 here, so we got a little bit of life to burn through. Why don't cast Duro? What are you talking about? You mean instead of getting the sneak attack down? I don't think we could play the Euro and rebuy it and all that. Not enough green mana with the channel, right? How often have I flashed and paid this season? I think literally once. I wanted to do something else with my turn. My opponent went to strip mine my 1 black source. So I flashed in my Baraglyph to make sure that it got into play. Ended up winning me the game, but it was pretty messy. You think they have me now? Oh, I don't. Yeah, opponent's gonna need to rip here. Which they could do. But I think I got him. The Ent has reach, but you don't even need it to block. Like, you can triple block the troll here. And crack the food. The haste elf block tap. Yeah, cute, right? Yeah, I figured we were untapping with enough resources. We could scrap something together. Uro drawing, the sack land in play. Deck full of cantrips and shit. Yeah, every time the AI bar shows up on anything, it pisses me off. On Facebook, it's especially egregious because it replaces, like, the actual functional search bar that I used to find things. Definitely planning on just slamming this show and tell on 3. If you search on Google but add -AI to the search, the AI won't come up. Oh boy. I love having to type more things. It's the best! Yeah, I'm just going to hold up Hardcast Days, and then if they don't give me anything to Hardcast Days, I'll just bid the Ent for the basic forest. Just don't use Google, sure. Yeah, my mobile, I have a different one set. Something that, like, claims to save trees with every search or some bullshit. Starts with an E. Ecosia, that's the one. It's okay. I found some article that ranked all the search engines based on like some criteria, and Ecosia was near the top. And it's fine. They're all fine. Hell yeah, tendrils. Yeah, fuck that Atom guy. I feel less excited about this show and tell now that we're here. You know? At least Clippy had personality, right? And those big old fuck me eyes. That wiry silhouette. Yes, Clippy, I do need help. I need you, Clippy. I need you in my life. Well, let's see what they got. A Bob, huh? We can probably beat a Bob. Too bad there's not a blue creature here for the Force of Will. Maybe I'll just grab the Brainstorm. Alright, I should not play this Triplicate Titan, right? That'd be silly. You got it, hot links, but not just channel. Like, I could have also found, like Flash, or like basically like 2-mana thing. Going to 1 is silly. It would have been going to 2 to play the Triplicate Titan. The opponent's got 2/2/2s in play. Just saying. If it was going to 3 life to play the Triplicate Titan, it probably would have there. Gonna hold on to the Brainstorm until my turn. See a card deeper. Well, I think I'm just gonna bring back Uro here. Snap and Show on the horizon. Yeah, right? Phantasmal Image. The most I've seen Bob Nuka life total? 15. Shit, I fucking... You're talking about with 1 flip, right? Yeah, I haven't revealed any to Bob. Well, I've seen plenty of opponents do it, too. The, And then, if you mean just in general, like, in terms of, like, an entire life total, like, plenty of people have died to on Bob, like, the full 20, right? Oh, no. That was not a good fetch. Yeah, kind of just dead to a counter now. Oh, well. Could ponder and look for Force of Will specifically. Miscalc here. Oh my god, if I'd had a land for the fucking Arid Mesa. If I'd had a goddamn land for this goddamn Arid Mesa. That's a tilt. That's a tilt and a half. What happened to my Sparrow's headquarters? Was it in play? There's 2 Tri-lands. To have cards get exiled somehow? I think we only had like a couple of these in play. Oh, they wastelanded it earlier. Sure, sure. Well, fuck me. About as close a game as it gets, God, if I brought Uro back, then Miscalc wouldn't have mattered. Because I would have had the 2 to pay for it. I was like, well, if they got a counter, I'm dead either way. Might as well go for the kill. That's very specifically the one where Uro would have been fine. Ooh, hello. Hello. I guess we ponder looking for Force of Will, huh? Flashing on their upkeep plays around Force Negation, but if they Force Negation, I mean, we just have days. I don't know. Playing on their turn plays into Mana Tithe, I guess. Sure. You are the legend. To game 3. Just do that again, huh? Hey, there's an opener. If they came into play the same turn that the Ocelot Pride triggered, they're wrong. When they have 10 permanents. Any tokens at all. So tokens have backsides, but clones do not, I believe. Could just flip this Tameo here, start drawing. It's probably really good. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Kind of like just fucking Urowing next turn. Just get a bunch of lands into play. But holding up Cryptic makes sense too. I wonder if they're anticipating this Tameo flipping. Yeah, it exiles. It exiles as Tameo, but it doesn't have a backside. Shoop. Well, this sure feels good. I just want to bask. I just want to bask in all the cards. Ooh, hello. Yeah. That Tameo was fucked up, That was a fucked up Tameo. Cool stuff. Kind of a sick match to end on.